Hello warriors, in this video I'm gonna talk about a match that I had really fun with it, and actually I managed to get to the gold rank. So as you guys can see, I played a very strong civilization, the French, and I'm gonna have some comments here about how to play the French as a beginner approach. And feel free to leave a like, comment, anything. Subscription is down below, and I'll be much grateful about it. So the French is a very strong civilization for feudal aggression, but you cannot always have the same build order. So sometimes you might want to go to pro scouts. Sometimes you cannot go pro scouts, so you just like stay in your base. When you have like food supply, very rich food supply near your base, you just go to it. If you don't, you might as well just do pro scouts or even another strategy. So that's the thing about the French, that you have to be flexible, versatile, that you can adapt to every single situation that you get in a ranked match. I think that's the spirit of French. Feel free to actually have lots of options of what to do in your match, but also playing with a civilization that is very forgiving. Since the French have like shorter villager building time, you can actually, it's not ideal, but it's the civilization that forgives you the most about forgetting building villagers and other units in comparison. Okay, but it is the most forgiving one. So um I honestly have had lots of fun with it and lots of success, and I think I will have a free ride until diamond. I don't know, I might hit a stone wall when I hit diamond, but maybe I think even diamond I could still like give it a good fight. So I have some pretty useful information for you guys. Um, I have had studied the civilization a lot and prepared some kind of beginner knowledge that might be precious for our French players, our French friends, uh, who like the feudal aggression and some action going on. So I think you would like this match that I will comment on. So enjoy. So in this match, I played against HRE, which is a very strong civilization about gathering like relics. So um, he is like he have the potential to be very strong since the early game. So I should not be quiet in my base, and that's it. My plan was to the sooner I get to fight with him, the better for me. You know, the longer he lasts, the longer the game lasts, it's better for him because he's HRE and he has a very good gold generation if he succeeds to get the relics, and he is actually very strong about the is actually the best time for feudal, and also maybe feudal, but also the mainly the castle timing to is this the HRE is the civilization that has the best time to get to castle. He gets it like the soonest of all civilizations. So I should not let this game last. So I started to full aggression since the minute 7, which was the shortest, the soonest that I could. I have made some mistakes, which is actually good to show in the match. So to show a very okay gameplay, to do some mistakes, and you will still probably succeed in the beginner ranks like bronze, silver, and gold, even plat. You know, platinum. So the build order is you put like 7 up to 8 on food. You adjust that. This is not a very strict build order, so you have to decide everything. If you feel like you should have more generation construction buildings, just put more people on wood. You know, uh, I was trying to get to the center of the board to get the sheep, and I found him. So I slightly changed my path a little bit, as you see later. So normally I do a short circle and then a longer, bigger circle. The short the short circle, the first one, is just to give the sheep into my base, and the longer one, the bigger one, is to actually scout for the map and actually also to watch what my enemy is doing. So this is the tip, the most important tip of this whole video, is to always predict and try to watch what your enemy is up to and try to counter this, you know. So you see later what I did to him, and I will show what I'm talking about. So here we put 7 on food, 3 on gold, and then with one of the second, the first, actually, the first build which is created, you build a house and then a mill to get wheelbarrow, carrinho de mão, and then put it back on food or wood. If your gold is nearer to your base, just go to the gold. And here, up to this point, you see that he he is actually kind of ahead. Why I'm saying this is because I'm French, so I build villager in shorter time than HRE. He builds it in 20 seconds. I built it in 17. So I built faster than him, but we are even on villagers here, as you can see. Why? Because I just forgot to build some villagers. This is a honest mistake I do every single game. So you should not do this. You always try to not stop building villagers. So I was scouting and I noticed that I had this deer pack here. Even if it was like this, I would still get it. So my plan in the beginning was to get pro scouts, so I could get all the food from the map possible. So my opponent here had much more luck with it. He had 2 stacked gear packs, as you can see here. So 14 years. That's a lot of food. That's why he tried to build his second TC here. So I did not I did not have much luck about my base location. It was just the gold, berries, stone, the everything that already comes guaranteed, and wood line. But no close deer packs, nothing. He had a kind of close, but both stacked together. So I really have to pay attention. So as soon as I got my eyes up here, I was like, okay, I need to prioritize this point. And I noticed also that he had his gold in front of his base, which is good for me. My gold was also in front, so I was also risking here, but that's that's undeniably a situation that you have to deal with. Um, Inevitable situation. So I am supposed to be the aggressor. So gold in the front is worse for him, you know. And you can see here like he is playing really good, really well because he's giving the buffs to the prelate, and he's probably walk up here. As you can notice, the villagers, his villagers are have the buff, so his range is like up to here, like this. Since the villagers have the buff, then you can assume that he is like microing stuff. So he is a kind of experienced player. Um, and I was very surprised about this match, as you see later. So in the beginning, put it all on sheep. Don't transition to farms that soon because you will lose all your tempo. The advantage of French is to have tempo, to have the initiative, and you convert it same as chess. You convert the initiative into an advantage, and then you convert this advantage to a win, to aggression and win. So I identify with French a lot because I play chess a lot myself, and I like to be the one who deals the cards. Like, you cannot do this, I will do this to you, and you have to deal about it. You know. So that's why I like French right now. Um, I prefer Rush because the civilization I just like. But since I'm trying to learn the game even more every single day, I'm playing a simpler one. Here, I almost died. I almost had my scout died. If it was me there, if it was his scout coming here, I would kill it. I would just garrison all my villagers and he would die on the spot and give me all his sheep. I did this countless times, more times than I can remember. So I saw his gold, and I'm also here trying to scout the behind his base to see what he's doing there. If he's going if he's going to go barracks, I'll just do archery range. If he's just going to make some archers, I'll just put another stable, and then if he is doing like also stable, I just keep doing stable and archers because I am a knight civilization. He is not, you know. He is infantry. So HRE, you have to pay attention about his infantry because it's the one of the strongest infantry civilizations. He has like heavy maces. He has two-handed sword, two-handed arms weapon. His man at arms is very strong, so I have to pay attention about it. And um, I if I notice he is making lots of men at arms, I would just try to have some crossbowmen and more knights. If knights don't solve your match, it's because you should have made more knights. Knights are the great duct tape of Age of Empires. So as you can see here, I delayed a lot of my age up because I was trying to select and I could not get the hang of it. So he actually managed to feudal before me. But you see that this will not have a huge impact, you know. He made horsemen to try and put the aggression here on my deer pack. I actually got scared and very insecure about this match, but I managed to defend, as you see later. So I made the second house, and here comes the another tip: always go for the resources of the map. First, you go to deer packs because if you go to the boar will kill on one of your villagers, and it will it will not kill your villages. It will kill one of your villagers unless you have a very good microing, which is not required to play with French. Not a very micro heavy civilization, is a normal one. So Be careful about it. Be responsible. Be logical. In the beginning of the match, do not go for boar. Go just go for deer. It's much safer, and the gather rate for deer is a lot better than berries. So this is the hierarchy. First, the gather rate. First the boar, then the deer, then berries, and the last one is farms, which you will transition later if needed. If you need to transition to farms against HRE, things are very complicated already. You are on the very, very cold floor, cold feet. Sorry. Here I made School of Cavalry, so it is already a stable and it builds faster. My civilization builds knights faster. Every troop from stable faster because of the School of Cavalry. So my plan was to put some knights there, like harassing him on his wood line. First his gold, then his wood line. As you can see, the my opponent here is trying to farm some to gather some stone. He made a blacksmith. So here you can notice like blacksmith in the beginning of the match is something very slow. I can like the thing that the resources that he spent building the blacksmith, I can just do troops and hurt him. I will not cursing here in my channel, so I won't get like my reach cut. So just do blacksmith if you want to actually do something with it. To just fortify your troops to have some attack or defend. Just don't make it just to have one. Everything you do in this game has to have a meaning, a logic, a reason to. You know. So I put 5 on wood. The rule of the thumb is 5 villagers on gold for each one of your stables. You know, to make knights, like to produce knights, the most optimal speed rhythm. Some on wood, and your wood and food you will always micro that you manage. Be responsible about it. If you need to have more buildings and lots of archers, put more on wood. If not, just put the most possible on your food, because French is a very food hungry civilization. I made a blacksmith because I wanted to have iron on their mesh, which gives me ranged armor, so I could like harass his villagers inside his base safer, like without dying a lot. So one night, your goal is for each night you need to kill 3 of his villagers. If you kill just one for one night, it's not worth it. At least try to kill 2. But the ideal is at least 3 for each night. And sometimes you can just harass him, not actually kill him, but you just create idle time for his villages. Just by threatening your charge and coming back without dying, without having any knight dying, you just create idle time. And in the meantime, your villagers are collecting here, and his are not during the attack. Here he tried to kill me. I just garrisoned back and defended. And I will go again here, as you see later. I made the blacksmith, I already explained. I have all my economic upgrades, like the most important ones. Oh, here I have it already. Double broadaxe and wheelbarrow. and also the decarbonization. Then I would do the ranged armor. This one. He did horticulture already. Oh no, fertilization. So he will like do farms as soon as possible. So I'm always trying to attack him, create something going on, put my charge in, and then get back, recharge my charge, go down, and then I try not to die with a knight because it costs me a lot. It costs all my tempo since your civilization is a very tempo heavy civilization. So all your advantage is to have tempo on your opponent. So if I lose my tempo, I might as well just make another different civilization, which not gets gets pressured by tempoing. If I lose my troop, I will lose all the reason of playing what I'm playing. So you are aggro, but also try to not die with your troops. Be responsible about that too. So I have chivalry here, and what chivalry does is chivalry. I don't know. It gives. Oh, I already researched, so I cannot research. Um, I can't see that. Okay, chivalry is just like when you are out of combat, all your knights when they are out of combat, they regenerate 1 HP per second. So you just fight and get back. Do not die and regain your life. Because his troop will not regenerate their lives unless there's a prelate healing them, which is much more work than a passive regeneration. Do you agree? So here again, killed one, two, three villagers. I think I killed four. I don't remember. Oh, this one I killed four. Yeah, four, five. Killed five villagers and didn't lose a single unit. I lost this one here. Yeah. So five villagers, one night. You know. Gather more, rinse and repeat. Now, as I saw, he was making like barracks and stuff. Melee infantry. I saw it here. I made archery range. So here's my layout. I try to put houses kind of away from my town center, but also safe because it's an important building. If you lose your house, you get housed very soon, and it's very expensive. It's not an economic building. French has 50% discount on economic buildings like lumber camp, mining camp, and mill. But house is not an economic, so it's very expensive in the early stages of the game. Might as well build more archers. So do not lose this. Be very careful about it. Put it away from your town center, but also safe in a safe spot, so you can um, have more safety about not losing your houses. But also have some space. I will replace this later. So in the beginning it doesn't matter, but this also should be more close to the woodline to have an optimal gathering rate, and also farms. Here, if the game goes on, I will put some farms here, so I like to have this space free. And also the layout. The main thing I was gonna talk about is in the future, if the game goes on, I will put a fort here. Maybe even the Red Palace. It works as well. Why? Because the French, they have the influence of keeps that make the construction buildings build units stables and archery ranges. They build units like cheaper, and then in Imperial Age it gets further and further cheaper to 25%. So that's very important to have it very the you have to plan it very carefully. So you have this tree here, and all your buildings will need to have the influence. And also make construction buildings that will make the most of your wood, and then never stop producing units. Okay, so this is already the end of the match. I was harassing him a lot. I am almost twice his population. His population is villagers. So he's trying to make a second TC, and as soon as I notice this, I just go to there and counter him. I was like destroying this house, get two more villagers there, and then I'll just go to his TC and attack. I destroy the house, and then I go to his TC. So his plan is very slow. It will only pay off in the future. So my army right now is much more powerful than his. So microing is very important here. I put all my archers on his units, on his melee units. So they are men at arms. So I lost here in the archer stuff, but I actually managed to kill him and kill lots of his villagers already. Again, you cannot see here, but as soon as he came with all his villagers there, I just changed all my targets to him there, to his villagers, and I managed to kill his troops as well. But uh, it was just like things that had to be done. Like it just happened. I was trying to get his villagers, and he surrendered. So you can see that French is very strong very soon into the match. That's it. I think I had some like um, oh my webcam froze. Okay, no webcam for this video. I'll not record again. Sorry, but you can see that French is very strong. Um, and you can counter nearly every single civilization just doing feudal aggression. Uh, and I managed to get to gold rank for the first time in my life. So I'm enjoying this game a lot, and I think you should try. If you have not tried before, do the French. It's very easy, and you climb a lot. Honestly, I'm already gold. I didn't expect. So now I'm gonna try to go the highest possible. Um, if you guys, you who came until the end of the video, I thank you to staying with me, for staying with me, and I appreciate the support. Keep playing, keep conquering warriors.